Hey everyone, welcome back to Flat Out. Listen, we've been very busy lately. I have to apologise. I would have liked to have done a little bit more filming, but we've been working on this car in like little dribs and drabs where we would quickly come in, smash out a couple of hours, if that, and just head off. So Terry's just doing some work with doing this aftermarket airflow meter, so he's just double checking some notes, which I'm very appreciative of. But since you've probably seen the last video, a fair bit's happened, and I'll just kind of walk you through what we've done. The gearbox and tail shaft, clutch is all in. Cleaned up some interior bits here, which is nice. So that's been painted, This gear knob here was my original gear knob off my N15 SSS, which I blew up at the track. So it's good that that kind of lives on through this car. Well, I guess we'll see. Terry had the great idea of just putting some dice as the volume knobs, so that's pretty dope. I like that. Got the fitment floor mats, which are looking fantastic. Very happy with that. So a few things laying around, but it's going pretty good. I can't really complain. It's been a real kind of busy couple of months. It's been a lot of up and down, chopping and changing, where we haven't been able to, you know, come in and work on the cars for a good amount of time where we can film. We've just been getting in, getting out, doing what we can. So, you know, had to do a lot of trial and error with the oil cooler stuff. So down here is the G-Ready G-Rex oil cooler. So that's good. And I just had to source some fittings. So I just went to my local NZ and they were super helpful. They helped me out with like all the hydraulic fittings, which is great. Got a Tomei fuel pressure regulator, which is really cool. And we've just spent the last day or two just like hooking up all the fuel lines. Terry was very helpful with just rewiring and re-wrapping the injector lines, fuel lines and stuff like that. Because we're running aftermarket injectors, what I had to do is on the RB30 factory loom, it's a Denso loom. So because I wasn't using Denso injectors, I had to get these replacements. So they're called Denso High Guide, I believe. They were from EFI Solutions. So those guys were super helpful in just making sure I got the right adapter. And I didn't want to. Terry kind of convinced me not to get the harness, and I'm thankful for that because that's a lot neater. If there was a harness, there'd be a little bit more slack on every single injector. That's looking quite neat and clean. And then, as we can see here, got the GK Tech clutch fan. So I've just hooked all this up. We've literally just put the radiator in. So just going to bolt up that, get the hoses on. And, you know, this thing has been moving and grooving. Just got a couple of oil coolers in here. So that side is the engine oil. That side is the power steering cooler. We've just put them back to back. We're just kind of, they're sitting in there loosely. We're just kind of figuring out a way to, you know, mount and fit them. But as you can see, we've kind of mocked up the power steering side where these two hoses just run through here, run through there, zip tie them together, and then, you know, just spent the last couple of days and nights just getting all fresh hose clamps on and stuff like that, which has been really good. It is looking really nice. We've put a lot of work into these guards. These guards were not great, so they've been bogged and sanded again over and over again until it's you know, quite nice. So we're very, very happy with that. That's looking good. Last time, I think it was sitting quite low once we popped the engine in, so I just made it a little bit higher. Terry thinks we could go a bit lower, but let's just see how she sits with a full tank of fuel. Got some provisional turbo stuff in there. That might be for this car later down the track or another car. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. And then if we come through here, Terry's just working on his 31. We will do like a proper reveal on this, but he's done such a great job in making this thing drivable and a reliable daily, which is great. So super happy. We'll probably get some onboard footage of this where we can show you the inside and show you how it performs, but it's all presenting really, really well. So super happy with the outcome there. So it's absolutely mint in there. So anyway, we'll get into it. I'll try and, there we go. I'll try and show you bits and pieces of what we're doing. So hopefully you'll get to see kind of a little bit more progression on it. So anyway, we'll get stuck in. Woo! All right, little update. Terry did a great job on just working out the wiring for the airflow meter. So just over here. So Terry was just figuring out the plugs, the pins, and what signals go to where. So he just had some notes and hooked it all up. A little bit of trial and error, but she's done. I'm about to put the intake piping on. Gave them a clean and degreased. Hose clamps and radiator hoses are on now, which is good. So what we discovered is the airflow meter obviously doesn't line up with the original R31 box. So Terry's just doing a couple of mods where opening it up a bit more, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to whack that in shortly. Got a nice little black Aeroflow filter here. Yeah, so far so good. So I'm gonna whack all this stuff on now. Anyway, we're done for today. It's been pretty productive. This is essentially bolted in, but we're mostly mocked it up. We had a bit of trouble with, because we're running an aftermarket airflow meter, just the way the original factory piping was didn't quite line up. So we just mocked something up with a spare silicone hose. This looks fine. And yeah, just kind of mocking everything up. So we're pretty close to kind of, you know, putting a battery on it. Still need to do the fuel pump, but that will be the very, very last. There's no use having a good fuel pump sitting in a fuel tank with average fuel. You may as well put it in at the last moment rather than having sit in there for no reason if there's any delays or anything like that. So yeah, pretty productive. Thank you very much, mate.
It's very, very close.
Yeah, wow.
It's kind of interesting of how we got this car. The motor was in the boot.
Yeah, disassembled. So pretty good. Very happy with it. And then maybe once the weather starts getting good, I'll start prepping the bonnet and getting that ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically we don't have to worry about the weather because we can just put the
true, yeah.
plastic there and put my Spitfire burner thing. And
yeah, it'll heat up in 5 minutes.
Paint it and it's fine.
All right, cool. Well, listen, you might see us right now when we cut to another day where we're doing this. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you either right now or a little bit later.
Bye.
Bye.